We're here today to respond to the hundreds of emails and inquiries that have been sent to Ritchie Newton and his son Reno regarding the current situation they're now in. Now Ritchie, there's been an awful lot of questions, but what I'll do is ask you the main points that people were interested in. Can you give me an overview of the situation that you and Reno are in now?
Well, Reno is diagnosed with the rare heart disease called Epstein anomaly, and he needs a very urgent heart operation.
But I understand there's been a recent development that has made the whole situation more urgent.
Well, the situation got from bad to worse, actually. The last 3 weeks, Reno has now difficulties to breathe. It could be because his heart is enlarged and he spreads it to the lung.
Now, when was the first time there was any indication that there was something wrong?
Well, in 2004, Reno was lying next to me in a bed, and I felt that his heart was beating so fast. So I went to our local doctor. He checked on Reno, and he recommended that we going to Suratani to a better hospital and check on Reno's heart. They did this checkup and told us that he has something, but this could be done when he's older and bigger. So we thought everything is okay with him.
So all that time has gone by, and now a new situation has occurred. How did you realize that?
Well, in 2009 November, there was a routine check in Reno school. They checked all the children, and actually Emma Dias, the principal of the school, she saw that Reno's heart was always pumping out of his chest. So she asked Dr. Donia to have an extra check on Reno, and she recommended to have a heart check in the Bangkok hospital.
Obviously, this is very serious.
It was very serious, because they already told us there's quite a possibility that Reno has this Epstein anomaly, but the doctor who discovered this said there has to be a doctor in Bangkok who is a specialist for children.
That brings us up to the current position today. Can we now talk to Reno and ask him perhaps how he's feeling? Hi Reno. Can you tell us today how you're feeling at the moment?
Well, I have problems with breathing, and in the night I can't sleep very well.
And how is it affecting your life?
I can't do sport, and I can't run around like other people, and I can't play too much sport, but I can play light sport, and if someone punched me on the heart, I might die.
You must be sick of it. What do you want to happen now?
Me? I want to be back to normal.
Thanks, Reno. I know it's difficult. Now, Ritchie, there's a time for the hard talk, so I've got to ask the question. Is Reno insured for this kind of thing?
Well, Reno has insurance. He has two insurance. The normal local, like every Thai has, with 30 baht, he can go to every hospital, government hospital, to get treatment. And he has an accident insurance, but it's not covering this surgery.
Is there anything you could think of that you could have done to avoid this situation occurring?
Well, we couldn't do anything after 2004 because the hospital in Suratani pre-diagnosed a heart condition.
Clearly this whole thing is a difficult situation. What gave you the idea initially to do what you're doing?
After the diagnosis of Epstein anomaly, that we had the proof that he needed the operation, I was first in shock. And actually Emma Dias gave me the first push to do something, because after I told her what happened with Reno, she started to put a PowerPoint presentation together. When I saw this was actually the start.
Now I know you're working very hard. I know both of you are working very hard. Can you tell us what things you've got planned and arranged for the future to help this move along?
Well, the future plans now, we created a website, we have a news blog, and also I wrote a song, and now we try to get so much donations as possible from around the world, from friends, fans and family members.
You mentioned the song. I'd just like to say that I took part in the production of this song, a small part. Ritchie, tell us the background and how that came together. What gave you the inspiration for that song?
Well, at the night we came back from Bangkok after his check, I was kind of lost. Reno was exhausted from all the tests, so Reno went back to sleep, and I felt such a sadness And somehow I wrote this down, and this was the start. I wrote a lyric for Together We Are Strong.
Obviously a busy time and you've got your hands full. How are you going to control the money that comes in?
We open an account for Reno where all the donations come in. 2 people signed in. This is Emma Dyers, the principal of Reno's school, and Martin Götz. He is a resort manager, and they both signed in, so they only can take money out together. And we also open a PayPal account.
How are the contributors going to know what's happening to the money?
I check every hour our emails, because now donations are arriving nearly every hour. And I post them on our website, in our blog, so you can see under received donations. Also, every 2 weeks now, we give an update with a copy of the bank book and the PayPal account.
Well, there's a lot going on, and let's hope the target's reached. But just in the situation that you receive too much money, what happens to the rest?
I already talked to Dr. Bumiporn, he's the doctor who treats Reno now, and we agreed that he's looking for a child with the same heart disease, and if we raise too much money, we will give this money to the next operation for another child to hopefully save their life as well.
Now, your activities aren't just limited to Thailand, are they? I understand you're going to international. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing around the world?
As you know, I'm an entertainer, and what does an entertainer? He tries to entertain people. And I'm very lucky because I have a lot of colleagues in Germany, and they all offered help to raise money. And now what I'm doing, I'm going to Germany in the end of September, and we put some great shows together to help Reno.
And I understand you're getting help from Germany with that as well.
Well, I'm very lucky to have good friends as well, and one of my friends, he offered to pay the complete expenses to go to Germany.
And locally, what are you doing on Samui?
We started a very big fundraising project, and the biggest one will be our concert on the 24th October called Rock for Reno. And at the moment we are just in a progress to get Job to Do. He's a local Thai star, a reggae star, and we are very close to get him. But we already confirmed 4 bands on this big event.
Now this is all about Reno's Heart, hence Reno's Heart Foundation. Now can you tell us about that?
Reno's Heart Foundation will be very soon a registered non-profit organization. We are just talking to lawyers how we could make this possible. And I would say Reno's Heart is an unstoppable train with a one-way ticket, and the end station is the hospital.
Well, that wraps things up. All that's left really is to thank Ritchie, and most importantly thank Reno, and I really hope that things work out in the future for you. Please continue to check up on the website for information as it moves along and all the progress. Thank you.
Well, friends, I hope I answered all your questions. Please help to raise all the money we need for Reno's operation. Thank you.